picking up on it, because that's her, it's her son
Yeah.
who's passed, and
It's so hard.
feeling.
It's so hard, but it stands by you too, it goes back and forth. But you're angry.
Right.
You're angry.
Yeah.
You're angry.
I said that she's so angry. Why is she so angry?
God, I'm crying. Oh. What'd you ask her?
I'm asking why.
I don't think I'm angry.
Who is angry?
Her.
Angry in the sense of a loss.
Oh, she's,
No, I'm good.
who's angry?
Why is she's angry? There's something wrong.
Oh,
I'm angry.
I don't know, it has nothing to do with me. She's talking to you.
Tell me, yeah, tell me.
Yeah.
Something about something totally different, is that what you're talking about?
I don't know. It's like a certain,
No, say it.
I don't know. So I'm looking. I'm right here. I'm looking at her. No, I can't because I don't know if she doesn't want it.
I'm sorry.
You know, sometimes
You were saying that the message that you were giving them is that there was nothing that they could do to help the person that died. My question to you is it correct to let the mother know that he was a kind of collateral damage? And when I say collateral damage, I mean that he was not looking for what happened to him.
Yes.
I don't know what happened to him. It's
Listen.
just that it happens that he was on the wrong...
Right
at the
place, wrong time.
Exactly, right place at the wrong time.
no, I know, it was an automobile accident.
Yeah,
I've
so
processed
you
all
look
that.
like,
There's
you know,
nothing
what
that I
happened,
could do.
whatever.
There was there's
No,
no
there's nothing you
negative.
could do about it.
No.
Right, exactly, or,
And if it was his time for whatever.
right, exactly,
Right, it was
exactly.
written
But-
that way, I don't know, but I.
Yeah, right, and what he's trying to say, because what they wrote on the report, and I don't want to get into a lot of different things he's telling me, but, because I get the plea, they're taking me all over the place, but to cut it all short, because this is probably for you, it's, okay, Mom, it's okay, just have that, and I know you said this in the past, because you would say things to him in the past, because you were protective of him, so he's just trying to clear the air with you, because when you're alone, you're thinking, matter of fact, he's handing you a rose,
Oh,
a spiritual rose.
thank you.
Thank him, for thanking him, right?
Thank you for telling me. Thank
No,
you.
thank him,
Thank
not
you.
me.
So when are you gonna head up your groups? I keep seeing like you're supposed to head up a group. I know the other night you were walking out, but it was too late, but they're
Right.
nagging me to ask you that now.
I just have to have the time. I do a lot of traveling with my husband, so
Okay,
we've gone
okay.
a lot. And I have broached several people who lost children, but they haven't been receptive. So that's part of the
Okay.
issue that I'm having with other people that
Okay.
want to communicate. And some of the people that I've spoken with, Deirdre, their children committed suicide, and that's a little difficult for me to connect with because they have different issues than I do. My son was a rising star. He was just on a path that would have been exceptional, and he was cut short. So it's difficult to.
I think it's interesting
compare
though that you're finding that a lot of the children have committed suicide and they're finding you.
Yes, they're finding you. Her son chose now to, just what you said, to help suicide. I said, come on, Mom, you have to bend a little bit because...
Oh, no, I do
Was he
try.
going to
they'll
school
listen
for
to you.
law?
I'm sorry?
I get like the balancing, what do they call that thing for law school? And the
Scale.
balance scale. Does that make any sense?
Scales of justice.
Was he going to law school or thinking about going to law school?
Not necessarily thinking about it, but he was in finance.
Okay.
But he
I
was,
get that
he
scale.
was a
Must that
real-
represent something
He
else?
was the real balancer. I mean, he helped. a
Oh,
lot.
okay, so maybe that's
A lot
what
of
it
He wants to
represents.
help. He's going to help them
He
with that.
helps tremendous number of people, his friends.
So that
He
makes,
wants her to take that responsibility, so study about it, learn about it. It's going to come naturally. He's going to help you.
Learn law?
no, about
Oh.
helping parents that are grieving
Yes.
their children who have crossed through suicide or purposeful. Uriel is the archangel of emotions.
I guess that angel's talking to her. That's going to help.
Oh, tell her that.
Sorry,
Yes.
I can't pronounce it even well.
Uriel, that's okay. But they kept saying that you are, you're going to be an advocate, a voice. And do you channel? Because they're telling me you're a medium. You have the abilities. You do. You have the abilities. I'm telling you right now. And it's different when it's for you I find a lot of times that we're very psychic, but if it's somebody that we're grieving, it's harder. Not harder, it's just sometimes, because of the grieving process. As to if you were going to channel for her or somebody else, you'll be more fluid. And so what I see you as a grieving counselor and having groups and not only being like the counselor, but you're going to be like the conduit for the voice of these children that have passed. And also you'll understand because you have a child who've passed. So it's you and your son came together as a package team and to help so many. You have no idea. They're telling me thousands of people that you're going to help. And you're going to write a book about it. Have you ever thought about writing a book? All right, have you started it?
I've written things down.
Okay, because it's going to be formulated into a book. I would put it in a folder in a safe place because you're going to be channeling lots and lots of things. And when your son passed, I think it's to a funeral, I just see lines of cars. Were there a ton of cars that went to the funeral? I mean, were there hundreds of people I just see lines of cars?
800.
Oh my goodness, 800,
Wow.
I wonder. Because they just showed me lines of cars and the traffic was, oh my goodness. And was it south of here? Where was it?
In Miami.
Miami, okay, all right.
He graduated from the University of Miami.
Okay. And if I haven't mentioned this, when I do readings on people, as soon as you leave, I don't remember anything I said. So if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. But he just showed me it was like traffic for miles on end. And he's again saying thank you. That, in my words, channeling through him is he's apologizes for leaving you so early. He didn't want you to be hurt and grieving. But however, he said, look at how much you will achieve over your lifetime. He said, I'm still with you. I'm not gone. I'm still here. And I'm going to be with you he shows me a flag at their funeral. Did they have like the American flag? Or I don't know why he keeps showing it to me. I just see cars and a flag, like in the distance. Was the funeral where it was? Was there a flag? Unless it's,
Not that I remember.
okay, I just see this really tall pole and this flag somehow that represents something. But going back to you, he said you're going to write books, you're going to start small groups, and even if it starts out in your living room. He wants you to take a class or two. I know right now you're traveling a lot, so it's not right this minute. This is just to implement the seed. You're going to be, I see small groups, and eventually I see you taking some classes like on grieving, and I see you reading. Do you read a lot of books on the crossing over process? And have you?
I do, and I actually have a quick question. I
Sure,
hate to
please.
take too much time, but maybe other people have the answer or understand this. But I
Yes.
did go to a friend of Joseph's who helped me, and my son was there. And my son brought a man that I'd had a previous relationship with we were together for a long time. And Andrew, who's my son, brought him in. And we had an in-depth, sort of informational exchange that validated everything. That, it was very apologetic about our breakup and et cetera, et cetera. Well, I didn't know that he had passed on. So I went home and I called someone that I hadn't spoken with in a very, very, very long time to say that I was sorry that I didn't realize that he had passed away. To find out that
He was still alive.
he's alive.
I'll tell you what that is. Believe it or not, you can connect with somebody else's spirit, soul, if they're alive or deceased. And that's a great way if anybody needs to grieve, like you. Heal somebody that's living. You can communicate. It's a mutual experience, so they have to want to, on a subconscious level, to communicate with you. But yes, you can even tell somebody off. I suggest healing, connecting with the other person's soul. I was speaking to your friend, they told me.
So is it like part of our soul just remains?
This is just the physical body.
And then we
You were honing in, yeah, you could channel another spirit.
Whoever, yeah. Are
know
you kidding?
about what
Yes,
she's asking,
definitely.
things about can you tap into your own higher self. Sometimes
Correct.
I'm not talking to myself on the other side.
Your spirit can leave the body and
Yep.
communicate with that spirit, and you had somebody who's a channel to be able to do that, channel that person's
Yes.
spirit. There was a woman in Fort Lauderdale that was great at that. What was her name with the pendulum? And she would channel whether they were deceased or
Sandy?
alive. Yeah, she's
Or-
passed now. What's her name?
Sally.
Sally.
Yeah.
Sally Baldwin. She was great at that. She'd have pendulum and she'd go in a trance like what she does, but for the ones that were also living.
Do you know, I keep getting, Who played around with a Ouija board around you?
Those are good.
Like as a child? As a child?
Yeah, it doesn't matter when. You?
Yeah, I played with
Yeah, I know. Someone say, tell, listen, she had the Ouija board. I said, don't get me in trouble. So if you could do that as a child, that means you had something. Something was going on. I see you holding a baby. I see you holding a baby. What's your name?
It's odd, like Audrey, odd.
Yeah.
I'm
I-
holding a baby.
Hmm?
I don't have kids yet.
I know. Do you want children?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you with children. They're telling me you have grandparents or going way back. You have a lot of old timers going, well, I didn't just old, I'm an old timer. But anyway, Answer's going way back.
for
and
yourself.
They do,
Yeah. My grandparents.
yeah,
They all
they-
passed away with
yeah,
me.
that they, of the marriage, the home, the children, the dog, it goes on and on. You're gonna have all that, and I get teaching with you.
You know,
What do you do?
I give French class sometimes. You know.
A what?
I always like to teach, you know.
Yes.
I always wanted to be a teacher, that's true. But then I was like, you know what, I don't want to end my life at school.
No, you could be private.
This is what I'm doing already.
Private. I
do
see you teaching private.
I do private.
Do you want to continue and go back to school?
No.
No, she wants babies. She wants to. You can teach at home, have
Are
your
you ready?
babies.
I see you going back to school later. Not now. Not now.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just trying to get out of it.
What was that?
Just look at the
Later on,
security
she will,
government
she will.
job.
Because she's like the what do you call it?
The certificate, what?
You mean a diploma?
Thank you, and she's gonna need the license or whatever.
Oh,
So that'll do it
okay,
later on.
okay.
Right now, she doesn't.
Verification.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a teacher certificate?
Yeah, so you could have that, but no, it's gonna be, they're very happy about that, and they see you cooking and doing special little things, home type of life, because you're very old fashioned. You're young, but you're very old, and so you're very old fashioned.
Yeah, that's so true.
There's a man standing next to you.
Me?
No, the lady around here. And he's going, oh, I love you. I kept saying, well, how many times are you going to say this? I know, I heard you. And he wanted me to say it before. And I said, but then you might take over. He has a tendency of taking over. So, yeah.
He does. He has a tendency.
Yeah, I says that's why I had to avoid you, because he wanted to take over and then I'd never be out of here. So it's like, it's like he loves you, he this, he that, and oh my goodness, he goes on and on and on. But he's a charmer. And he's always saying how beautiful you are. You know how many times he told me how beautiful you are, and look how she looks. She's a model, she's this. I said, oh my goodness, all right, all right. So yeah, I have to tell you, he loves you, he's always he gives you like a lot of flowers, and like he wants to shower you with everything, and when you go to bed, he's like, too. So if you see the bed go, there's a lot more to it. There's a lot, very, very strong.
Who is it?
My father.
Is that what you're getting?
Yeah, very strong. Look, it's like you are number one, the princess, everything, you are number one.
That was my mother.
I said the same thing
That's my
before.
mother, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
so
kept
that's
seeing
where.
Your mom, I keep getting, oh my gosh, your mom, so strong, unbelievable. She's going, watching everybody here, watching us, and yeah, she's thinking it over.
What does he say?
I hear your mother talking another language.
She's Italian.
Italian.
It's how, oh, she's going, can't fool her one bit, let me tell you. So if anybody says anything, she'll know whether it is or not. And she doesn't matter, when it comes to your family, she's overprotective. Not only your grandma, but the uncle, this one, the grandpa, yeah, they go way back. Somebody likes to make wine. Does somebody make wine? I get like squeezing or.
I've gotten that before. I read them a lot, so I can't.
We had a wine.
Oh, we did. Okay.
And I'm like a
Okay.
smell. What are you doing down there? I see you looking down there. But I was trying to be nice, I was getting drunk there a little bit. Woo! I was getting out of here, so I put the bowl and everything.